doing kind of a, look at this, kind of a thing like this. Yeah, there it is, like that. But he's doing it, look at that. Amazing. Now there's about 90 miles an hour. My fellow bikers and bikeettes in the audience, you know what it's like when you're out on the Beltway, up and down 66, 95, 75 miles an hour. You know what it feels like on the upper torso? Imagine 90, 100, even 150 miles an hour fully exposed. That's a tremendous, tremendous force. Your loading on your feet is very light. You're just about to be blown off of that thing, and you have to really pay attention to what you're doing. Again, no special walkway on the wings. You have to step on the intersection, the junction of the ribs and the leading edge. Chuck Tippett is now lowering himself to wrap his legs, his ankles, let me give you a demonstration, like this, okay, around the strut. And he'll dangle underneath the wing and let go with his hands, watch the wind blow him back. Hanging on by his feet, ladies and gentlemen. 100 feet, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck Tippett, world's greatest wing walker, there he is. Unbelievable. That, folks, is wing walking. Now, he makes his living on high tension lines throughout the week. When the hurricanes and the ice storms bring down the power lines, there's one guy out there at 3:30 in the morning putting them back up, and that's Chuck Tippett. Of course, a lot of guys are, but he's been doing that for, what, 25 years. Now you can see he's still on that wing. He's going to walk back into the center of the wing and climb into the cockpit. Normally the pilot will reduce the throttle, pull the throttle back into a gentle glide. We'll see if he does it right here. Well, he's got it back far enough. Now he held it back. You notice he had the throttle back. The reason is there's this tremendous blast,
Chris,
from that propeller.
Chris,
I hear the Baron.
Chris, right.
There's the Baron, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a question, Chris.
Yes.
This lovely young woman here.
Yes.
With her brown hair.
Yes.
Why is she dyeing her roots gray?
Why are the roots gray? Smack him. Hit him with his umbrella. All right. Now what Chuck has done is climb up onto the top wing. This will be the wing walking loop, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck will actually put his feet under the stirrup. We have a metal stirrup, and if you don't put your feet under there and curl your toes up like that, okay, you'll fall off the wing. Watch what happens. As we hit 150 miles an hour in the dive, Chuck Tippett fully exposed, back on the stick, hanging on by 1 foot, the 1 foot loop. No one else in the world does the 1 foot loop. Nobody. All that kept him on the wing was a foot. Unbelievable. That's why I say he's the greatest wing walker since the 20s. Plus, he's our flight instructor. If you want to learn to fly the airplanes, there's the guy who'll teach you to fly. We're going to open the field here in a few minutes. You can come out and meet everybody. Go down and look at John Elliott's beautiful bird, the Bruno Winkle bird, which we will have flying in the air show soon. Here's a picture-taking pass. And then I'm going to set up a photo op for you. Look at this, again, demonstrating the 1 foot. The 1 foot, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. 80 miles an hour down the runway.
Yeah, he's screaming like a little girl.
Well, that's because he's still alive. It's like the guy in Waldo Pepper. After that parachute just malfunctioned, he says, look who's still alive, me. All right, now I got a picture-taking pass. So those of you with cameras, so some of you are already up on the fence, and that's probably a good spot. There's not enough sun to worry about today. The airplane is going to be right here. So if you want to come up along the fence, bring your little cameras up along the fence and fill that depth of field. You can go ahead and get your focus on my stripes. It's going to be right here. Chuck will be on the top wing. You'll get a head-on shot coming right, taxiing towards you, and then the airplane will rotate to the right, and you'll get a profile. And again, Chuck will probably be doing one of those numbers for you, so you can get all of that. Remember, as I pointed out earlier, as Tim Bridges was taxiing this airplane, you can't see forward when there's a side slip. We don't have flaps. We have to side slip the airplanes to lose altitude like that. So you can't see forward very well. So once John King has landed, I'm going to move out of the way so he can see where I am, and he'll come over. This is a three-point landing. He'll come over where I am. Now, we don't use too much brakes. Just kind of let it slow down. The brakes are operated by the toes on the top of the rudder pedals. You push the top of the rudder pedals. Okay, John sees me, and I'm gonna walk over here so he can see that I've moved. Those are called toe brakes. Many of the airplanes just had an old-fashioned drum brake. Then a lot of the newer updates use disc brakes, which of course are much better in some of the airplanes. These are the old drum brakes in this one, I believe. Chuck Tippett, there he is. Now he's taxiing up. I'll get out of the way. There it is, the 1 foot, ladies and gentlemen, the 1 foot loop. Chuck Tippett, world's greatest wing walker. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. John King. Give him a hand there, folks. Chuck Tippett, world's greatest wing walker. The 1 foot loop. Thanks so much, Chris. Thanks so much. My pilot, John King, one of the greatest, my very dear friend, and you better have friends if you got a pilot and you're wing walking, let me tell you. Now, Chuck, we're going to be selling posters over here. You're going to be autographing them. Everybody, quick, grab $2. Kids, hit your parents up for $2. Chuck is going to autograph